Bonfire makers gather round. It's time to spread that crafty sound. Paper, ink, stamps and snips, we're rolling up our sleeves. Come get your tips, from fresh ideas to color so bold. New techniques and stories told. Every card a little piece of art. Let's dive in, let's make a start. New in the studio, Lisa's here. Spark your style, bring some cheer. Stamp it, snip it, let it flow. Watch your creativity grow.
Hi friends, welcome to New in the Studio. My name is Lisa Schmid and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And as I was looking at some of the pictures in that intro, I just made an appointment to get my hair cut because I really like that little short cut. So I'll have that done on Wednesday, which will be fun. Today I want to show you something I don't usually do, and that is some scrapbooking. I don't know about you, like I will just be like, raise your hand if you scrapbook, because if you are anything like me when I scrapbook, I scrapbook more in the past when the kids were little. It took hours to design and make just a 2-page spread. So this alleviates all of that and it's adorable. So let's go ahead and get started and I'll show you what we are looking at. All right, so this is Wildflower Birthday. And Wildflower Birthday is the designer series paper and the stamp sets. I believe paper's still available, Dave. You saw that?
Yes.
The stamp sets I do not believe are available anymore, but this kit is adorable. I want to hold it so you can hopefully see the colors.
Let me do a screen share.
Okay, because the color is a little bit washed out there. So anyway, it comes with everything I need to make these. Oh, that's better. That's better. That's what's in it. So those are the 3 scrapbook pages that I am going to make, and I'm going to show you how to do them. Perfect.
Let's just sort of look at what's in here.
Sure. There's some self-adhesive die cuts there. There's some designer series paper. It's wonderful. It's just so cute. This one's funny because it has a dog's birthday on one of them, which is funny to me. Very good, but very cute. All right. So, this is close up. There we go. So those are the pages that I'm going to show you how to quickly and easily make. And all of that for just $36. So let me tell you how this works. What are we going to do here, hon? I can't see. Can I hold it up? Will that help? Okay, if I do it like that a little bit, maybe. So this tells me which paper, how can I get it so people can see it? Because the light is, sorry. Down here it has the designer series paper. And the paper actually tells you front and back, and the back is an asterisk. We're going to adjust the lights. Oh, that's better. That's a lot better. Less glare. Perfect. I'll stay down here. Maybe, yeah. Okay, so down here it has which paper I'm working with, and then it tells me exactly how to cut it. Much better. Thank you. And it tells me the back. So front and back for this section. And it tells me the little scissors here. I am going to pick that up so you can see my little scissors. My little scissors right there tell me what is the first cut to make. Super helpful, right? First cut, and the little asterisk means to use the back of the paper. So for example, on this particular paper, it says to do the, the orientation, I want the stripes to go that way. And I want to cut 7 by 10.5, and I'm going to cut that first. That is the front side, and it goes to 1L, 1C, also the front side, and then 1G is the back side. Now, when I started seeing these letters, I was like, oh, well, that's a lot of letters. So I started making little Post-it notes, which is okay. That could work. That did work for me. It did work. I spread them all out on a big table. You need a big space to put out the letters. Or I was thinking even better is if you had like a Pendaflex. You could put them in there, but eventually you're going to resort them out. So you want to be able to reach them and get them easily. Okay, so this is, you go ahead and cut all the paper first. So label them. I didn't want to draw on the paper just in case I had the wrong side as front and back. So here we go. That's the back. That's the back. And this little piece is the front. It shows me again what to cut out for the same. There's 2 sheets of each of these papers. So there's my, 2 sheets of each. So I did all of those, cut all those out. And Then there is, I have never used this, and I'm like, why haven't I ever used it? Because it's really cool. This paper is dark on one side and lighter on the other side. That is so cool. I like that. So that is, it tells you here, light and dark. Same on this one, 2 pieces of that. And then it comes with Whisper White, Willow White, excuse me, White Willow, final answer, White Willow. Again, telling me where to cut first. I do end up with a whole, just about a half sheet, 6.5. So just about a half sheet of willow, white willow left over. And then the last one is just, you just cut a half inch off one direction here, 1 inch off there, and you've got your willow. Okay, whatever. The willow. I'm just going to call it willow. We know it's white. Okay. All right. So let's move on. So now, as I'm looking at this, do we want to come closer or just leave it where it is? Okay. As I'm looking at this page, I can see the page put together here, and it does tell me what photos, what willow I'm going to mat the photos on. It says flag the right ends. It tells me which ones I'm going to do. I did not do that part yet. But then it says how to assemble. It actually tells you in order how to assemble, but it has all these different, like 1B, 1C, 1A, all the different letters, so I know what I'm doing. Okay, so I cut that one out, and then I put all the pieces right here. So these are the pieces for this one. So the first thing it says to do is adhere 1A, which of course is the big one. I'm going to adhere that on. Don't look at that. I must have absconded with the willow out of this pack. So I am using this because remember last time I told you I didn't have any white. And it's coming. It's coming soon. Maybe not soon enough. Okay, I want to look and see which way the stripes are going. Yes, they are going this way. You know, of course I could do it however I want, but I'm going to copy and do exactly what they did. They do tell you measurements. I am not going to measure right now, but it does tell you measurements if you wanted to do it perfectly the way they designed it. So a half inch from the top, it tells you measurements all the way as far as where to put your design. So I can see that it says to adhere B, C, and D. That is these. I'm just going to look at the picture, honestly, because what?
Slow down.
Slow down. Because now that I've taken, I don't have the letters on them. I don't know what they are. Maybe that would have been a good thing is on the back side. So if they needed this on the back to write what letter it is, I think that would probably be a good idea. So this is going to go here, and this piece goes under like that. And then I need for something else. This piece, one of them, it goes like this, like that. And the one I couldn't figure out where it went is the other one. I was like, well, I'm going to keep that because I know it goes somewhere and I know I cut it. So one goes like that to the edge. This goes all the way to the edge. That and like that. And this little pink piece goes like that. Okay, that's my paper. That's it. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and adhere those. My question is, I wonder why this piece was so big when you really only use that much of it. Kind of like question mark makes me wonder. So one thing I did on a couple of them, it said 1B was this paper. So I went back to just double check on that design, and we'll do it right now on this design. 1B for that polka dotted design, 1B. It is that big piece, and there's not really another one that's that size. So I guess that is correct, 4 3/4 by 9. Okay, so we'll just go with it.
You could slide it out a bit.
Yeah, of course you can, and I will do that. So, but laying it out helps me know. It does tell you exactly what order to adhere it. That's helpful if you knew all the letters. No comment. All right, so this, oops, wrong one. This one, we're going to first adhere this, and it does tell me that I want a 1/4 inch on the very edge. Not with this, but with the entire thing. But I know that this is going to sit on top right here. Okay, this is where I'm like, but I want to change it because I like to have a border. So I'm going to move mine in. They don't leave a border on this side, but I like a border on that side. Okay, so that,
Go for it.
Yeah, I know, right? Be my own designer. That's going to go on top.
Live on the wild side.
Whoops, what's that?
Live on the wild side.
Live on the wild side. I know that this goes about halfway between there. And so let's pick this up and make sure I can see this to get that pretty straight.
Tina likes that you have dark and light color choices.
Ah, nice. Yeah. And I know you put them in a sleeve, so maybe you don't need quite as much adhesive, but we want to make sure it stays. All right, that piece goes there, yes. And then we have these two pieces and our pink. Oh, pink on the bottom. Oh, here's the other one. That was the other one. I didn't know where it went, but here it is right here. H goes across there. The darker one, the shorter one goes on top. More like that. This one goes out. Oh, I see. These go right to the edge of that. Got it, got it, got it. There we go. And then this pink one goes like that. So they're just kind of staggered.
Yep.
I'm not so particular about that. So, and it does not say to flag the ends, but I think it doesn't say to do that, so I'm not going to. Okay, go ahead and put these on. How's your Monday, friends? How is Monday going? How's your Monday? The picture is going to go here, so I'm going to pull this one out a little bit. That's what it looks like to me. And again, if you wanted to follow exactly, you sure could. Probably bringing it up online that you could see it a little bit bigger, I think would be super helpful, because it's a little hard in the picture to see exactly all the picture's this big. So makes it a little trickier to see, but I am confident that it's going to be adorable. So,
and you might adjust if you had your actual pictures you were going to put on the page.
Yeah, I do have Stampin' Up! Did send. We do get these, and this is what your photo would be, because that would sit on top of your white mat. So you would mat it, and that would go there, right there, go all the way to the edge, or leave a border. But I need to put this last one on first. Okay, and this one is the stripe. Perfect. All right, this stripe goes down here. How many of you enjoy scrapbooking? They might have gone all the way to the edge on all of them. Don't know. But mine would be like this. My 4 1/4 and 4 1/4. So I'm just going to set these here. That's where your pictures would be. Actually, I'm going to put one little dot underneath. It would stick on a white, but white on white, I feel like you can't see it. So I'm just going to go with the white. But you have a border on each picture. Still is cute, even if it's not exactly like theirs, but pretty close.
Of course.
Pretty close. All right, I already see I need to move that one up a little bit. And this one goes down here, same size.
We have one friend saying they like scrapbooking and one who says not anymore.
Not anymore. Yeah, I get that. All right, so then the other thing is we're going to put some things, and I actually had cut there from our self-adhesive die cuts. I noticed that there's a journaling one. This one is not self-adhesive, so I'll pull this out. The journaling one goes on the side, because one is much thicker. This one is much thicker than the others. So this one goes, all right, oh, look at that project one. It's even labeled. Woohoo! This one goes right over here on the side, like that. And then we need to stick on, very fun. We get to stick on the cake. Again, like I said, just following what they have, because why not? Then you don't have to think, which I feel like part of the tricky part is figuring out what to do. Project 1, awesome. And of course you could pop that up if you wanted to. Put that there. And then on the very top we have Special Day. This one is self-adhesive. So we'll pull that off. And there's kind of went here. I'm going to pull day off too, so I can see what's happening here. Kind of like that. Special Day. I'm going to put it up a little higher. I'm going to put it right there. Special Day. And that would be the first page. I mean, that's pretty quick for a scrapbook, I believe. I'm going to do the other side of that one, which is right here, and flip this side. This has 3 photos, and it goes, you know what, sometimes it's helpful to look. They said, one thing it commented on is you might want to see if your stripes match up. Just about, yeah, they do. Look at that. I don't know what you would do if they didn't match up, because you're using the whole paper again.
Punt.
Punt. Yeah. So this
Rotate
one
it around.
has a big white on the edge. Okay. This one. My flag. These are scallops. If you can see them, those are facing down. And we want to do this way. There we go. Right in the middle. Like that. And then this is going to go on this side this time. And, okay, on the other one, because I left a border, I'm wondering if I should leave a border here too. See, that's what happens when you start going out of what they have. I'm just going to go right to the edge. Should have just followed what they said, but that's okay. I was kind of trying to be my own little person here. All right, so that goes on the left side here, right up to the edge, leaving an equal amount on the top and the bottom. Like I said, of course, you could measure it if you wanted to. They do give you that measurement on the top and the bottom. And then this piece, we need a light and a dark. Oh, these have pennants on them. Okay. All 3 of these get, oh, I made a mistake already. That's okay. I will show you how I'm going to fix it. All 3 of these, all 4 of these get our little pennant. And it tells you how to cut the pennant. And if you don't know, I just am going to go right to the middle, doing all 4 at the same time, corner to middle. Should pop out of there. And then corner to middle, like that. I could tell my slant on that was a little different, but I think it's close enough. Probably didn't need to cut all of them at the same time, but oh yeah, that worked out great. Okay, the mistake I made is this goes under here again, a whole bunch of it. So I'm going to just cut that. I don't know why I would use all that. And you know what? Because I'm going to tuck it under, I'm just going to use my scissors. Ugh. I don't ever use scissors to cut paper, but that will be just fine. And now that you've seen me make it, if you were going to make, I just wouldn't waste all that paper. I've got a lot of other cute things I could do with that piece of paper. All right, so, and our rough edge is going to tuck under here, right under there. Perfect. Hey, look at that. You wouldn't even know I made that little mistake. Put this down, get that even. Great. And then we have our pennants. This, and this, and this. I think they go all the way across. Yep, stripes. And light and dark. Oops, they go the other way though, this way. I wonder.
That makes sense.
Yeah, now I'm wondering if they were supposed to line up with these. I don't know, but I'm going to kind of line them up with those. I'm going to push that in the middle so we can see. Because I'm going to line this up like right here on the edge of that paper, kind of at the same level as that one. But I really don't want this to end there. I want it a little back, so I'm just going to give it a little tape. You know, sorry. It's very hard to follow exact directions. But since I tore it, I really should have just cut it. So I have a, there we go. All right, so let's make that, get those even. This is going to go kind of straight across from there. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight across, but sort of in that area. And then the dark one was going to go here. They all go to the edge and they end at different points. Okay, that's going to go there like that. And the lighter one, see, I wouldn't have known that had I not actually put it together. I didn't make that connection. Now you might have, but I didn't. All right, still lining that one up a little bit less, like that. We're getting one bigger, one bigger, one bigger. This one is going to be biggest. No, good. Well, I'm going to make it so it's a little bit smaller. I don't really want it. Oh no, that's going to be okay. Bigger, bigger, bigger.
I'd go a little smaller.
I would too. I don't want them to just grow in length there. All right, so this one we're using the stripes, not the cake. There we go. And this one's going to go just like this here, lining up with that one. Okay, that's cuter than what I originally thought. I was like, what? I don't get those, but I get it. I get it now. And these would get a 2, a 4-inch, and a 4-inch. Just put a little bit of adhesive there. This one goes here. This one goes here. I want to see my flag, so I'm gonna. That's why that one was longer, but I'm gonna just move it over a little bit. There and there. And I need to move those up. And then there's one small one that goes right below it. It is this one right here, a 3x4. Nope. Yeah, it is a 3x4. And it goes this way, right under that. All right, and then of course you're going to want a journal. So the journaling, let's take a look and see. Look at, I have all that paper extra because I didn't use it on that. I know, so exciting. All right, the journaling is actually this piece right here. So let's pop that out. This one is that little, it's a little flower. Ah, it's garbage. All right. And if you're super, super picky, you can always take a little bit of sandpaper and just, because there's little tiny pieces, or you can just use your finger and just sort of rub it. Don't get a paper cut though. All right, and this one goes, that one is stuck directly under there like that. And this one goes right under here like that, lines up. Yep, it lines up with that. I wonder if I did, if it was this one. It was this one. Oh, that's why. Okay. The mat will line up. That's why I was like, wait, that doesn't quite line up, but the mat would line up with it. That makes sense. Because the mat would be a little bigger, so the pictures would actually be a little further apart. But you get the idea. Move that one up so they're the same, like that. And they're a little cattywampus because I only put one little piece of glue on them. One little bit of glue. All right, anything else? That's it. Okay, I think it's really pretty. What do you guys think? Are you getting any comments there?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I know you can hear that Dave is not doing that great. All right. So that is one spread, and
Tina says beautiful.
Thank you. And really, that didn't take all that long.
Nope.
Did you want to go ahead and say something?
Sure.
Maybe.
Maybe we'll see.
All
We'll
right.
see how it goes.
All right.
All right. For everything you ever need, you can go to thestamperstudio.com. Once
Your
you're
voice
there,
is so sexy, honey.
scroll on down. A couple things coming up. Card Cafe is coming up on the 13th, but the one I want to draw your attention to is if you click on Hosted Retreats and go in there, you will then be able to see Cookie Craze. Cookie Craze is coming up in just 2 weeks. It will be at the Refuge Little Falls. You get to come. You will make 6 different cookies, as well as decorate some of Lisa's famous almond sugar cookies. You will
so
leave
good.
with 1.5 dozen of each kind of cookie. In addition to that, you will be able to do your crafting between baking sessions, and it'll be a great time. We have a couple spots left, so just wanted to point that out. On the stamperstudio.com, scroll down to the Refuge Little Falls, then you can see Cookie Craze. Great value, great fun, and we are really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be great. Plus, we're gonna get our cookies done.
Exactly.
All right, I was just moving on to this next one while you were talking. And I don't know that I need to do all of them on here, but this one, just already so simple to put it together. And I do have this little piece, which goes under here, like that. Just like that. Oh, that goes right out the middle. Okay.
Can you slide over just a bit so we can see the
I
end of it? Other
This
way.
end?
Yep.
Yep.
So we can see where the color
Yep.
is.
And that is the whole thing. And then we're going to add some of the self-adhesive stickers or the die cut. Not sure.
Do you make a little pennant on that end too?
Out of this one?
Yep.
This one goes edge to edge.
Okay.
So no, I'm not going to out of this one.
Got it.
It's okay. Oh, but it does go right at the top of the, right here. That's okay. I'm going to put it in the middle. This was supposed to go underneath that because I wasn't paying total attention. I was concerned about getting it done. I feel like it takes time to watch. So that actually tucks under the other one. So how's your Monday, friends? What's new? What's happening? Anybody saying what they're doing on Monday? Today was okay. It's a short week. We only have Monday and Tuesday. So there we go. Look at that. Fixed it. This goes right on top of that. There we go, like that. And this piece gets a fun little thing. This piece gets this little doodad, which was part of our little adhesive die cuts. No, these are not adhesive. Sorry, this I'll have to put glue on. But look how fun that is. They're twirls, swirlies.
Very fun.
Yeah, I think they're fun. Yep. There we go. Get that out. This looks like the thing you put between your toes when you get a pedicure. All those pedicures, Dave, that you get.
I do.
I know.
All the time.
Oh, no. Not even close.
Never had one in my life.
I know. Don't think you want one. All right. There we go. And that is going to go on here, end to end. Awesome. And then this is going to sit right on top of that, just like that. Perfect. All right. So let's glue. I don't have any glue over here. I don't know why. That's okay. I'm going to use this and just give it some. I would just use the white glue, the mono adhesive glue for this. But in a pinch, we'll use this glue, and then we'll make sure the pieces are not, the glue is not stuck in the middle like that. We don't want that. All right. By the way, do you know that glue is a little bit tricky to get off the tables at the Refuge Little Falls? I was wondering if we should get something that we put on there, like a mat or something. I don't know. Kind of been wondering about that.
It's not so bad.
What?
It's not so bad.
It's not so bad? Okay. I'm going to stick that on there like that. Cute. Very cute. And this piece goes on right here, right across that bar right there. Oops, up a little bit, just like that. And then our photos go like, these are the actual, this is, remember, this is the photos, not your mat. So the photos go, they have them like this. And then a square over here. So they have that and that. And then on top of this picture is a flower, a rose. Let's look here. This one. So there's, yeah, there it is. This one right here. Whoa. That clearly is a tag for another page. It is for project 3. All right, so let's push this out. There we go. That's the one we're using. And you could pull these out and layer them with your projects also. Where'd my little directions go? Okay. And this one, of course, you don't have got to copy it exactly this way. All right. I'm going to put adhesive on the outside here on this so that it doesn't, I can still take that off, right? And you can just see it. It goes up a little higher, kind of like that. That's pretty. And, oh, we have one more thing that goes there, and it's this little journaling piece. That's kind of fun. Now this one, oh, does it go all the way? Nope, just one little piece. It's all connected, but you just do one piece of it like that. And that one is going to go right across your photo right there. I don't want to stick it on the photo. I'm going to stick it down here because if I stick it on my photo, then I can no longer use it. So, oh, haha. All right, I'm just going to stick it here. But you know what's funny? I'm laughing at? Yeah. This floral paper, it does go on top of the pink. Oh, well. This goes on top of the pink. I was like, wait, how is that on the floral? Oh, well, this looks very pretty too, doesn't it?
Yep.
All right. Oh,
Sorry.
honey bun. I'm so sorry you don't feel well. There we go. You're going to do what?
Take my mic off.
Take your mic off. Okay. All right. So, and then they have, on this one, they have journaling up here. So I'm somebody who likes quite a few pictures on a page. I don't know how you scrapbook, but I tend to put more photos on a page. This is also super pretty though. So, but you could add a title or more pages. I don't know. But they journaled right here, just right onto the pink. All right, should I keep going, hon?
Whatever you want.
Well, I don't want to bore people. I don't want to bore them. I guess they don't have to stay if they're bored, right? All right, this one does go under here. I'm just saying. Oh, this one. I'm like, something's not right. That's not the right paper. That's from the next project. This one goes under. No, it doesn't. It goes on top like that. But I'm going to match it to this side because they sit next to each other and I don't want them to look different. So I am going to tuck that one under. We'll line it up right there. Once you got it on, I don't know. I don't want to take off too much to redo it. Especially it's not going to make that big a difference. I think it still looks pretty. So this pink goes. Let's line up the bottoms here. Let's get to the middle. There we go. And this is going to, oops. Oh no, that's right. Don't whine. This is going to go right up here like that. Line that up. Yep, that's correct. Lines up in the middle. I was like, wait, lines up in the middle. And then this one goes all the way across. Perfect. Such pretty paper. I just love, love, love this. All right, we probably have lost some people, but you know what? I'm just going to keep going so I can finish it. And you could always come back later and watch it if you don't want to watch it now. That's okay too. Yeah, that goes there. I'll line it up just so. There we go. But to make this kind of layout would take a very, very, very long time, I believe. Okay, and this one has two. Maybe I'll just have this one be my last one, hun. What? This one has more paper on it. Slow down, you're moving too fast now. Okay, we gotta take this out again. All right, why don't we come back up to me? I just don't think that's so exciting, but it is really, really pretty and it's so fun to make. My point in making this is that just to show you that it is not difficult to get your scrapbooking done. It took about just a half hour to lay out all those pieces. It didn't take that long. And of course I was kind of rushing because I wanted to get it done for this, but it only took about a half hour. And look already, it's going to be so pretty. So I will take pictures of the three, hang on, are there three or four? There's three spreads. One thing I do want to show you before we go on with that is I just want to show you all this that is left over because that's kind of exciting to me. There's quite a few pieces. Let's push that aside. Quite a few pieces left over here. And I just think you could do some really fun things with these. And don't forget that big piece. But lots of fun little pieces. You could make some really cute cards, or you could make another scrapbook page perhaps that you could use those for. So anyway, you do have a little bit of extra, not a ton, but you have some. And I'm sure there's going to be some extra of other things. I want to show you this right here. Right there. That's okay. Oh, that's fine. This right here there's little tassels, and here it says hooray, hooray, hooray. And so I just wanted you to see the other of these are the self-adhesive die cuts. And then these are the other die cuts. So we have this big cake. You see that big cake and cupcake, balloons, some flowers, and blow out candles. Right there, blow out the candles. So that's it. That is a scrapbooking kit. 30, what do you say, Dave? 38, 36, $36. You end up with 3 spreads and everything to make the whole, everything. And I don't know about you, but I know when you're packing to go scrapbooking, it's like, oh, what should I make? It's easier if you have something ready to go. You just throw on some pictures and you're good to go. All right, friends, thank you for joining us. Today is Monday, so have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I plan to see you on Saturday. So happy stamping, friends.
Hey there, makers, gather round. It's time to spread that crafty sound. Paper, ink, stamps, and snips. We're rolling up our sleeves. Come get your tips. From fresh ideas to color so bold. New techniques and stories told. Every card a little piece of art. Let's dive in, let's make a start. New in the studio, Lisa's here. Spark your style, bring some cheer. Stamp it, snip it, let it flow. Watch your creativity grow.